It's not in the cards for you. I'm pretty good at insults, and I got the internet and a lot of free time.
Man, I chewed out Walter Fate something fierce today over YouTube. Like, he just straight up lying to people. Remember when he had those videos where he was telling people how racist I was, and yet, like, I was showing videos of, like, me hanging out with Isaac and Mario. I don't know if I got Sharif in there, but he's my buddy, too. Like, none of these cats are white. So we know Walter is a liar at that. Now he's out there like on YouTube talking about how greedy I am. I live at a homeless shelter. I recently, this week, put down like 9 pounds of popcorn because it costs a couple bucks, and I had a food card money. It's like, you know what, guys, I'm going to make a steak. You guys enjoy. I don't want to feel guilty. It was like one of those 4.5 pound bags, and then I did it again, and I was like, you know what? You guys really enjoyed that. That wasn't expensive. I'm going to make some pork. If anybody would like some, I can only eat 2, but I'm going to toast up 5. I was doing these recipes on YouTube. You know, I shared a bunch of the meatballs with Isaac when I made meatballs. No, okay, I lied. I gave him 1 because he didn't ask. But, like, I sat there and did eat those 11 meatballs. So my guilt complex, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get the pork. So I got the pork and ate 2 of those and gave away 3 of those. And made something. Oh, I made that chicken, but I ate that all myself. The chicken didn't really turn out the way I wanted to. It tastes all right. It just looked crappy. But like 9 pounds of popcorn. When I buy like back when I was like buying that, I can't buy weed right now. But like when I was buying like the ounces of weed, I was like, anybody that came along, oh, can I get some weed? Sure, pinch the weed, you know, just give a big glop of it. I did that with like 3 ounces. Walter Fate's telling people I'm a racist when like none of my friends down at the shelter are white. Isaac's there too. He's talking about how greedy I am when I've given away like 9 pounds of popcorn this week to the homeless shelter to make friends, you know. Everybody's talking about classism and age phobia now. That's all they talk about all day. I just sit there and listen to it and do my homework. So, there's 2 lies. I tore into Fate because he's a freaking liar. Here's what we know about Walter Fate. We know about Walter Fate thus far. We know one thing about Walter Fate. He's a liar. Let's go over the account of Walter Fate of what he said about me, Lucas Wern, what he said. First, he started making the claim that I'm a sexist. I'm a misogynistic pig. I think that my parents and my family would straight up have the same look on their face as I do, like more like him. Lucas is the misogynist. I'm such a non-misogynist that I get called a simp and a player. Okay, I get called king all the time by these guys that have hot girlfriends. Why would they be doing that? You don't just call a misogynist king when he's got a hot girlfriend. And you have to understand, I'm a leftist, and all my friends off the internet aren't even white. So we've caught Walter Fate in the second light that I'm a racist, which is really weird to me. I mean, I was there at Black Lives Matter and got pepper sprayed just because I wanted to see what was going on. I mean, it wasn't direct, but I was caught in that cloud where the people that were really, really involved in it. So we've caught Walter Fate in that lie too. We've caught Walter Fate in the lie that I'm greedy. Well, is there anybody that could tell you if I have food, you have food? I'm an anarchist. You know, it's like if I see people suffering, I'm there. I've talked about several times about how I've given away money from my EBT card to feed the homeless when I wasn't homeless. I've talked about how I dropped off like 9 pounds of popcorn. You saw those toaster oven videos that I was making. You really think I was sitting there eating 5 pork chops when I've lost this much weight? 200 pounds? No, I ate like 2 pieces of pork loin and then gave the rest away. Gave away like 9 pounds of popcorn this week. Walter's there saying I'm greedy because I don't want to feed into his narcissistic bullshit that I'm a bad guy, because he's a bad guy. He's a liar. I can prove to you I'm not a misogynist. Gen Z woman, make eye contact with me right now. What's the first thing I'm going to do? I'm going to say, hi, my name is Lucas. How are you? Or what's your name? Or how was your day? Walter Fade is a liar. Everything out of his mouth about me is a lie. Otherwise, he wouldn't be mad enough to make the videos that he makes. Booyaka Shao Wagwan, Walter Fade, shut the fuck up.
Generation Z men are so misogynistic that they won't invite Generation X men to their parties because they know we'll steal their women. And the very fact that they call them their women is sexist. You see, Gen Z are a bunch of misogynistic dudes. And if your boyfriend is mad about hearing that, or you're mad about hearing that, that proves my point. To us, it's weird. It's kind of like you're there dating guys that you hate as Gen Z women, but you're still dating them. You're dating dudes your own age. It's like you're dating your brothers and sisters. You're there like, oh, you're Gen X, you want to date Gen Z. That's gross. That's like a father dating a daughter. But a daughter wants to meet a father figure. That's why she dates eventually a mature guy. But still, it just seems like your brothers and sisters to us when you're dating people your own age. So you're going to levy the charge that one thing seems incestuous when to us it looks incestuous to you. You really got to stop being hypocrites, because that shit's going to be pointed out. Gen Z, your generation is so misogynistic that you won't invite Generation X dudes to your parties because you know that we'll steal your women because we're better than you. We're politer than you towards young women. And you're angry because you know I'm right. Okay, here's something I've noticed. There are 2 types of women in the world. The ones that say, what are you entitled to? And the ones that say, that's fascinating. After I say something. Of course, there's 2 different kinds of dudes, too. I'm just pointing out that there's 2 different kinds of women. When I say stuff about my conjectural analysis of telomere attrition, is that men have become more misogynistic as time has gone on, more racist. I mean, they're opening the N-word in front of the black guys don't even like it. There's more tolerance towards that stuff. Shit doesn't get done amongst this generation called Z unless they do it as a group, when like the groups were smaller trying to get shit done back in the baby boomer era, and even before that. If you wanted shit to get done back in the day, you would go, what's Einstein think about it? What does Paul DeRock think about it? Now these days, as time has worn on, you'll ask, what does the Caltech team think about it? What does the Harvard team think about it? It's not, there are no geniuses anymore. There are just groups of geniuses, because the geniuses now are so ingenious. And there are 2 types of women. There are capitalists, which is half a Gen Z. And what they would say is, what are you entitled to? The leftists would say, that's fascinating. See why I won't date capitalists? You're mean.